upon a time, in a land far, far away, lived a king and queen. They had one daughter who they called Snow White. As time went by, the queen died. After some years, the king remarried. His new wife was not only beautiful, but she was also very, very evil and power crazy. She was cruel and mean, and nobody liked her. Even Mr. Kevin was frightened of her. As well as being nasty and spiteful, she had also studied dark magical powers at Lunner International School. She even had an IGCSE in dark arts and puppetry from Mr. Paul, her art teacher. One of her magical creations was a talking mirror. The magic mirror would only tell the truth. Each day she would ask the mirror,
"Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who in this land is the most beautiful of all?"
You, my queen, even with your knobbly knees and hairy legs.
This pleased the queen, for she knew that her magical mirror could speak only the truth. One morning the queen asked,
"Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most beautiful of them all?"
You, my queen, are beautiful, it's true. But your stepdaughter Snow White is more beautiful than you.
What did you say? I am the most beautiful lady of them all.
The queen was so angry she spent the whole day ripping up students' geography coursework and attacking innocent students indiscriminately. Nothing could quieten her rage, and in a fit of temper, worse even than Mr. Bevan when he's locked out of his computer, ordered her royal huntsman to take Snow White to the woods to be killed.
Huntsman! Huntsman! Take Snow White to the forest. Kill her and bring me back her still beating heart.
Are you crazy?
Yes, of course I am. Now get off with you and don't come back until Snow White is dead. Bring me her heart. You disgusting worms.
took Snow White deep into the forest. They walked all day until eventually they were in the middle of a dark, dark forest. But at the last minute, can't read this, the hunter just could not kill them.
Snow White, you need to go to the toilet? No, you need to go and drink water. No. You need to go and see Nurse Lucy. No, I need to. Oh, I know what it is. You need to get a late slip from the office. No, I need to kill you. What? Are you insane? Is anybody in this place normal? I'm sorry, but I have something much worse. I have a lunch detention with Mr. Rowland. I can't do this. I must lay down my sword. Go, Snow White, go, be gone. Thank you, kind Lawyer Hunter. I will always be grateful. I shall tell your homeroom teacher to award you 100 merit points. Who else? I'm Greenhouse.
Then the huntsman killed a deer and took the heart to the queen.
This will have to do.
Hunter!
My queen, I guess you said. And to prove it, here is her heart.
Snow White is dead. And now I am once again the most beautiful lady in the land. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh, be quiet, a lot of you. Huntsman, be off with you. Snow White's dead. Snow White's dead.
Meanwhile, Snow White was alone in the deep, dark forest.
Oh goodness, I'm all alone in the deep dark forest. Nobody's tied it up here for ages. There's all kinds of strange creatures, like Mr. Edward and Mr. Dominic, Mr. Warren, oh, and what's more, I've heard there's ghosties and ghoulies here. Oh, I hope I don't get caught by the ghosties or the ghoulies. Oh. I don't know what to do. What would you do, children, if you were lost in the big dark forest? Find a house, that's a good idea. Oh, I don't know. Internet, Google, that's a good idea. Maybe I helped you, but I must go now.
After a while, just as evening was about to fall, she stumbled into a clearing and in the distance was a little house.
Oh, it's a little house.
She walked towards it and decided to have a look inside.
It's so beautiful. Everything's so small and clean, just like Mr. Marty. This is what this food looks delicious. I'll just take a little piece of bread from each plate. From each cup, I'll just take a little sip of milk. I'm sure whoever listening won't mind. I'm so tired. What with nearly being killed by Miss Molly and left abandoned in a deep, dark forest, I think I'll have a little sleep. Just before whoever owns the place gets back. Not very long. Just for 40 weeks. Just a little sleep. Just for a few minutes. Just a tiny little sleep.
Damn it, will you go to sleep? As it began to get dark, thank you. The owners of the house returned home, and if you are quiet and listen carefully, you can hear them coming.
Some of you are, I know for sure. Okay.
They did not wake her up, but let her continue to sleep. The next morning, Snow White woke up, and when she saw the 7 little men, she was frightened.
Oh, teachers dressed as real workers! It's horrible!
Don't be scared of us. We're the 7 little men. Hi-ho! Hi-ho! These are all your friends. Who are you?
I'm Snow White.
Oh. How did you find your way to our little house in the forest?
Well, my stepmother, the evil queen, sent me out into the forest with a huntsman who tried to kill me. But he was kind and noble, and he set me free. And I walked through the forest all day, and then I found a little house.
We've had a think, and we think if you would stay here, take care of our house, and cook our meals, and make our beds, and bathe us, mend our clothes, and just keep everything neat and orderly, stay with us.
Whoa!
And you can have everything and anything you want.
Oh, well, I'd love that. With all my heart, yes.
So Snow White lived happily with the 7 little men. Every morning they went into the mountains digging for the gold and diamonds. And in the evening, when they came back home, Snow White had their dinner ready, their house clean, their maths homework done. Life for all of them was good. In fact, it was better than they could ever imagine. The 7 little men worked so hard day after day, but now there was someone to look after them. Not only I can't read this again, person, but Snow White, the most beautiful woman in all the world. Who wrote this rubbish?
It's true. It is true. We're the happiest we've ever been. With our bodies bathed clean, meals cooked,
And our Christmas baubles clean.
And our little beds made.
Helps with my maths homework from Mrs. Bennett. And our study rags washed every day.
Well, I suppose it is.
In fact, we were so happy, we've written a song about it. Oh yes, we have. And you're going to sing it with us. Oh yes, you are.
You're gonna know it.
Okay, we're going to sing the first line, and you're going to sing it back at us. Okay? We've got some cards to help you out. You're going to be great.
Just a moment, kids.
That was what I expected. Higher.
One moment, children. Get on with it.
This was quite unexpected. Okay. Are we ready? We're ready enough at this end. Okay. Take it away, maestro.
palace.
What are you doing at? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who in this land is the most beautiful of all?
You might dream of beautiful, it's true. But Snow White, who lives far away in 7 little men in a house in the forest, is 1,000 times more beautiful than you.
What? Oh, I see what's happened here. That horrible little hunter has fooled me. I shall have to think of something to do. Let me think. How can I kill Snow White? And I think... I like the idea of the apple. I'll be back in a moment.
She went into her most secret room, and there she made a poisoned apple.
With this poisoned apple, I shall kill Snow White. On the outside, it looks delicious, juicy. But just one small bite, and Snow White will drop down dead. What are you doing, you horrible little worms? My PSHE lessons last all year if you're not careful. The only thing is she'll recognize me. I have to think of a disguise to fool her. I think I'll dress as an ugly woman, which of course is what I don't look. I shall dress myself as an old lady, selling apples in the forest. Boys and girls, don't tell her that it's me. Now I just have to find out where those horrible little men and that evil little stepdaughter of mine live. Get out of my way, you disgusting, filthy so-and-so. I'm going to kill Snow White.
The evil queen travelled all night. She looked throughout the forest. She looked high and low. She peered into every glade and hidden valley. She searched high and low, from the tops of the trees to the bottom of the bramble bushes. Eventually, she stumbled across a secret path that led to the little house in the forest where Snow White was being looked after by the 7 little men. It was lunchtime, and the little men were out mining for jewels in the mountains. The evil queen, disguised as an old woman, knocked on the door.
Young lady, I'm just an old woman, harmless, selling apples in the forest. Would you like one, dearie?
But I must not let anyone in. I'm sorry, old lady.
But I'm just a harmless old lady, and they really are the juiciest, sweetest apples.
No, they're not.
No, I cannot let anyone in. The kind of men that I live with have told me I must not answer the door to anybody.
Oh, but I'm just an old, innocent woman. What
No, senor!
What should I do, Geoffrey?
Lift up his skirt.
The sweetest, juiciest little apple.
She barely took one bite, and she fell down dead.
White as snow, red as blood, black as ebony wood. Now I am once again the most beautiful lady in the land, and there's nothing you lot can do about it.
Back at the castle, the evil queen consulted her magic mirror.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the most beautiful woman of them all?
You, my queen, are the most beautiful woman of them all.
Even more beautiful than the girls in year 7? Yeah, right. Now I shall rule for all time the most beautiful woman around the world, even in Lana International School. Goodbye, you horrible, stinking worms. Get out of my sight! Go on, get out of it!
In the deep dark forest, the 7 little men were just returning from a hard day's work. They looked at her for a very long time. But nothing helped. Poor Snow White lay dead, and the 7 little men missed her terribly. They stayed up all night looking at her until they fell asleep at her side. In the morning, when the sun rose, they gloomily rubbed their eyes and wondered what to do.
We can't bury her in a dark black earth. That would be wrong. Cannot let her go. She looks like she's sleeping. She looks like she's... We'll have to do something else.
What should we do, Doc? What should we do?
Well, I think we should take her to the most beautiful place that we know.
The year 1213 common room.
The beautiful woodland glade, where she'll be bathed in golden sunshine and showers. And we can look over her and protect her from
They've obviously forgotten their lines. One of them should say, "We will stay with them."
We will stay with her.
It should really be Dopey saying that. That would be typecasting.
We shall stay with her.
The 7 dozy little men kept their silent vigil day after day, night after night, looking after Snow White. Then one day, a handsome prince from a far-off kingdom entered the room.
What are you doing to this woman? You call her dirty little man. And this is no ordinary woman. This is Snow White. The most beautiful woman who ever lived. But she was killed by the jealous and evil. But this is awful. Yes. Awful. Yes. Really awful. Really awful. You're right. Yes. She is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. How can this tragedy be? You let me? Look at it first. Only if you wash the dirty thing first. celebrations all across the land.